Well, hello. Welcome to Watch What Crappens, the podcast about all the crap that we just love to talk about. On Ye Old Bravs, I'm Rondell. That's Ben. Hello, Ben. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Guys, it's a very special day because we've been missing Southern hospitality, and it's back. We are doing this extremely late. Guess why? Because it came out on vacation. Okay? So you can suck it. We're not doing that. And then we're going to do it today, though, and we're going to enjoy it just as much. Now, for those of you who love this show, these recaps will be out probably every Monday. That's what we're going to shoot for from now on. But we will be covering this. We're also covering The Traitors, which is another show coming out on Peacock, but that we're doing over on our Patreon. So if you want Traitors coverage, go to Patreon. That's also where you get videos like today's video recaps if you'd rather watch these. If you don't want to pay for it, don't worry. You can get them for free a week later on YouTube. Okay. Now, we also are going on tour. We're starting in San Francisco, San Diego in 2 weeks, which is crazy. It's coming right up. But we're also doing the Golden Crappies, which is our star-studded event. And that is going to be on Broadway this year at the Town Hall. We've got crazy guests coming. It's going to be a big musical extravagance for Broadway. Working on my music right now, you guys. Getting my box in shape. That's going to be great. Get tickets for all that good stuff over at watchwhatcrappens.com and come to Instagram to vote for the prelim nominations, which are up right now. So do your duty as a Bravo citizen and vote. I just saw, never mind. It doesn't matter. Do it. All right, Ben, welcome to the show. Hi, hun. What are you thinking today?
Hi. What's going on? I am so excited to talk some Southern hospitality. The premiere blew me away. I did not think it would be nearly as funny as it was. It was great. Loved it. So excited to tear it down.
All right, well, let's get going. So we start with the golden couple, Emmy and Will, who are on a boat floating in the water. And Will saying, I really don't think I could have gotten through this year of law school without you. You've been my rock. And she's like, oh my God, you're going to make me cry. So she's still cracked out and he's still a lying cheater. We know that in 2 seconds. And so they kiss and he's like, I love you too. And then we see an Instagram story of Will and Emmy titled Our Love Story 2 years ago. Dun, 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 dun. Let's watch it, shall we?
Yeah. We're just seeing a happy, stable couple. You know, Will and Emmy, they're making out at Kiss Cam at whatever sporting event they're at. Was it another? Did they go back to the minor league baseball game? I don't remember. Then, you know, she's saying, I'm happy. He's happy. It's great. They're playing around in bed. They're joking around. They're silly. They are in love. This is a forever couple that we are seeing on camera.
By the way, this is how every Dateline starts. They were the perfect couple. All they wanted was each other. If you asked anybody in town who they loved more, they would say, I love nothing more than a good couple, and that's a good couple. Nothing could come between them. Then they were both murdered by possibly a horde of squirrels, and he was cheating on her and beating her the entire time. It's like, whoa, Dateline! And that's kind of the vibes I'm getting from this. And Emmy is very much like, he's a lawyer. He's got to be a lawyer. Waiting for that ring. Not cracked out at all. And just kind of desperate. And then we get to more recently. I'm praying these rumors aren't true about Will and Maddie. Dun, dun, dun. Now everybody's gossiping about it. And now it's the future, and they're still gossiping about it. And are there cheating rumors? There sure are. And Brad, who is some new guy, right? He's like, I'm asking you what you know, Luke. And Luke's like, I have a mustache, and I already said what I know. And then Mia's like, she won't leave him until she sees him sticking a dick into somebody else's poo-tay-tay.
Brad is actually the guy who is like the trainer, and Luke is actually Lake, and Lake is the new one. Looks like she's like the new waitress or something like that.
Wait.
She gets.
Oh, Brad is Bradley. Okay.
Yes.
And Lake is not Luke. Isn't there a guy named Luke with a mustache?
Is that the new guy?
Well, I don't know.
I don't remember what the new
guy's blonde guy with the mustache. He looks like a Luke.
I was just gonna wait to see when we got there in the notes because I forgot his name entirely. But he like chops wood, so I was like, whatever.
Oh, sorry, Lake. You don't have a mustache. Lake's a real cute girl who looks way too innocent to be here, and she's already getting flirted with by Bradley, which makes me worry for her. You know,
right? Because this show's confusing because there's Bradley and then Joe Bradley, but we call Joe Bradley Joey Marbles because he talks like he's got marbles in his mouth, but also he just sort of has marbles energy. Like he has marble and like he somehow has the energy of a sack of marbles.
Or he seems like a marbler, like someone who'd be like, want to play the marbles, Will? But it's mostly because he has marbles in his mouth. So, and now they're like, oh my God, who's cheating? And then we see Will and a woman kissing on a boat, but we don't know if it's Emmy. But she is a thin blonde. But then again, so is 90% of Southern charm and Southern hospitality in Charleston in general. So,
yeah. And then there's just like a lot of talk back and forth about there's investigating and this and that. And, you know, the Molly has something to say. She's like, apparently, allegedly not proven. He had a whole girl living with him. And because is Molly is Molly a new girl?
Yeah, we're just going to have to go with this. So then TJ is like,
for us to wrap up again. It was like 5 days ago we watched this.
TJ, when he gets angry, gives the church lady from SNL back in the 80s, Dana Carvey. He was like, sin. And he's doing that right now. He's like, if he's cheating on Emmy, I'm going to fucking figure it out, Satan. And then everybody, it's like the big gossip. Of course he's cheating. And guess what? So are all of your boyfriends. Welcome to Charleston. Yeah. I don't think I've seen any of you date somebody that's not cheating on you. So welcome to the show, guys. Yes, he's cheating.
So 3 months earlier. So now we see Bradley and TJ and Maddie and Joe Bradley, all the classics. They all are showing up at Republic to clock in. We also meet Michaels, whose name is spelled Mickles. And he's the new assistant general manager. He's like tall and hot and
please say he's into crafts.
21.
Yeah, please say he's into crafts because Michaels, like, please.
Oh my God, that'd be so perfect.
He's adorable. He's gay. He's so cute. But I have to point out something before we get to the scene. Maddie goes, everyone's talking about whether he's cheating or not. And then Maddie goes, he took her to law prom.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist. Law prom.
And the girl that you were talking about, I think you said Molly, but there was one girl who's gossiping like he is a piece of shit and he's living with another girl and he's doing all this. Wasn't that the girl who said that Trevor tried to make out with her that day? Remember, she was a huge part of the plot last season.
Sammy?
Yeah. Oh, well, that was Sammy. So it wasn't the same. Sammy. It looked like the same girl who was like, yeah, but I have to tell you something.
It's coming back. Yeah, because I thought Molly reminded me of Sammy, but she sort of is like from the Sammy central casting, right? Like they had to like, okay, we need to find a generic girl who maybe shops at Gwynn's.
They're like, yeah, we need to find a girl who would never, ever hang out with these people, at least on camera, and then just get her gossiping about everybody.
Yeah, please do that. Law prom. I love that. Sorry I fast forward over that because that was the funniest thing.
It was so good.
I mean, to law prom at Ase University. So people are showing up at work, clocking in and everything. And Michael's, because he's like a new assistant general manager, he's like, hey, what's going on? How's everybody? So for VIP, we have ownership coming in. Okay, ultra VIPs. So let's be on our P's and Q's, okay? So everyone should be good tonight. Okay, rumor has it that Leah, CEO, may be stopping by, so everyone be ready because she's in no mood. No mood.
That's my only complaint for this episode is that there was no Leah, CEO. What the hell?
Where's Leah?
Where the hell is Leah?
Leah was like my favorite part of last season.
She got to show us a third year and they don't even have her on. Fucking weird. Yeah. Okay. And I also like that Michaels is so young and just obviously worked for where he got because everybody's like, Michaels is amazing and the whole town knows that. But I just like that he's so young and he's still like stealing management things just from a book, you know, like things you say, guys, P's and Q's. We're totally minding our P's and Q's. Okay. You got time to lean. You got time to clean, guys. Okay. Denial wasn't just a river in Egypt. That table said that you hadn't been there. You haven't been there. Okay. Get over there.
He literally says, if you have time to lean, you have time to clean on this show. Like, that was the most triumphant moment of the year. I mean, it was just so wonderful. He really said it.
Yeah. P's and Q's, guys. Isn't ownership there every night? Why is it such a big deal that Leva comes in? Ownership is here, and she's rolling her eyes big, guys. P's and Q's.
Why are they acting like Elon Musk is coming in? Okay, it's Leva. It's Leva and her husband. They have nowhere else to go. It's either there or watching their kid make cookies again.
That's 86 that bad energy. 86 that bad energy. Guess what tonight's special is? Ultra VIPs. And we're all serving it. We're all serving it.
So the big story last year was that Emmy was working really hard and Maddie was focusing on her DJ career. And Emmy was like, I could do this job. And so she finally was promoted to being like assistant manager or GVM, GBM, DBM, BBL. And she gets it and then everyone gets mad at her. So this year, turns out, doesn't have the job anymore. She's like, well, I was very excited when I got my promotion last summer because I was like, I had finally proven that I was that bitch. And then we see last year about her getting promoted and everything. And then we see a flashback. She goes, but it didn't last very long. And we go to watch what happens live. And Emmy is sitting next to Leva and Andy. And he, like, for the reunion. And Andy's like, so, Emmy, are you not the AGM anymore? And Joe Bradley's like, no, she's not. She's not the anymore. No.
And Leva's like, yeah, because we opened a new space. And Emmy was told, listen, we need you to go down the road to help us open the new space. And she said no. Dun, dun, dun. Well, yeah, of course she's going to say no. She's not going to go off of a TV show so she can be on some other stupid job of yours down the street. What do you think she's here for? Okay. She's here for the cameras, ma'am. So she's like, yeah, I want to stay at Republic. That's some other chef. That's everything. That is everybody. That is what I know.
It's the most important nightclub in all of America. And you want me to go to some random ass place down the street? I don't think so. So then Leva says, well, maybe it was a blessing in disguise because we found Michaels and he's really a gem. And then we see Michaels being like, yeah, hello, everyone. Jem speaking. I believe we only have table 10 open, so we really should be pretty booked up. Oh, God, he's so good. He's so good.
It's like, God, he's nailing it. And the best thing is he's a toddler, so he even won't be able to leave. I took all of his, I adopted him. I've legally adopted him. He won't be able to leave here for another 8 years.
All right, everyone, let's get active. Come on. Okay, come on. AGM, superstar AGM here. People, get active. Oh my God. Is there anyone better than him? He's telling people to get active. This is so good.
Everybody, I want you to be a square in a customer's pocket and get buzzed. Do you hear me?
Always be closing. Always be closing. Oh, so good.
So now it's DJ music and Joe approaching the ladies and Maddie grabbing carafes of juices and mixers and Joe's being like, hey ladies, how you doing?
And by the way, you know what makes me so happy? My favorite waitress is still there. She's not part of the cast, but she shows up in the corner of scenes. You know, the one who looks like she's like 48 years old and she's like a young Cloris Leachman.
The bowling alley person.
The bowling alley Cloris Leachman. She's always off to the side being like, I guess I'll serve. Oh my God. I just love her. She says like 2 words a season and she's just the best.
Did you see what dress Maddie was wearing today?
She has that bleach blonde hair and everything. Okay, Toots. They want Shirley Temples at table 4. I'm not going to serve them. I want a better tip. You do it, newbie.
So, Molly's a new girl, right? We don't know who Molly is.
I gotta look up who Molly is.
Molly's the blonde girl. She's another blonde girl. I remember because I just keep getting her confused with the new girl on Southern Charm. So many blonde people.
Right. New Molly. Yes. Okay.
She's like Sally. Right? Doesn't she look like
really
Sally?
Into casting. Like they run. Listen, if you're gonna make a splash on the Southern Charm or Southern Hospitality, you better have 2 L's in your name. Okay.
You better have Val and then Ellie at the end of your name, Lee. So basically Lake is there too. We see Lake and she has a sparkler. And then, we see Mickles talking to Leva and he's saying hi and he's like, yeah, it's crazy. We sold out the inside today. Don't lie to me, Mickles. Except for table 10. Thank you. That's a good boy. That's my guy right there. Pure professionalism.
Party, party, party. Oh my God, biggest party happening. And so Michaels is like, okay, hey, what's going on, TJ and Molly? Are you good? Let me know if you need anything. Okay. Wow, he is so good at this job. Like, he is just like, he's going to win the hospitality awards. He's going to go to law prom and be prom king.
Yeah.
And he's not even going to law school. He's so good.
TJ's like, he's really hot. Look at that guy. Nice to look at work. Molly's like, yeah, I look like Sally. He's like, shut up. It was rhetorical.
Be taller and hotter, Molly.
So Michaels goes to the kitchen and people are trying to figure out what's going on with the bubble maker because there's a bubble maker and it's not working. And Maddie's like, Michaels, this is super important because they want a bubble maker and the bubble maker's not working.
Yeah, it's been like janky, like L-O-fucking-L, am I right? And so then they had a sign, by the way, that said something like bubbles and something, and they spelled bubbles like, I don't know what, there was like an A in there, I don't know. But
Burbles
so
babies?
The sign says
So it's Burbles babies.
Burbles babies? Is that what? Oh, Burbles babies. Sorry.
Burbles babies, yeah.
Bourbon bubble. And Maddie explains her methodology of what she wants to do. She goes, the sign says bubbles on it, so I want to drop the bubbles. You follow?
Otherwise, all I know how to do is blow spit bubbles, and everyone's just going to have to come around and come up with a lot of spit. It's going to be weird. Michaels, he's like, we'll figure it out, guys. I'm like, oh my God, he's amazing.
Like L-O-fucking-L. Like I have an artistic vision. There's gonna be bubbles on the sign, like bubbles on the table. Like, why don't you fucking get anyone? Don't worry, Maddie. We're gonna be on top of it. Oh my God, you're so fucking good, Michaels.
So Maddie's like, the first time I met Michaels, I was like, oh my God, I met the love of my life. But he's gay. Ugh. So now we're best friends. I was like, well, then does this mean he's problematic? Because the last time it was O'Sheen. And I don't know how that worked out. Is he even still there? Did they just bury O'Sheen?
O'Sheen probably went back to Tulum. So then we see Maddie and Michaels hanging out. It's really hard to say Michaels when his name is spelled Michaels. So Michaels,
that's Michelle Collins. Isn't that like her email address or something? Oh, I guess I shouldn't say that. But she has something that's like McCall, right?
It's on her Twitter. It's her Twitter.
It's her Twitter.
A lot of her social media is Mishcall.
Yeah.
So Michaels fixes the bubble maker. They're like, oh my God. It's like he basically closed like the little door that keeps the soap in. And they're like, oh my God. So good. He's so good. Big genius.
He's like, next time, guys, slide the door open. Okay. How are you guys sober and you don't use your brain?
Also, what brain are we talking about? So then Bradley's like, hey, where's the lighter? And Matt's like, table 4. And so then it's like more club time and everything.
Everybody goes out with their sparklers. Like, well, we have sparklers. And the crowd's like, that's why we're VIP, because they have sparklers here. Wow.
Got him like 5 tequila shots. Sure. Oh my God, Republic. Woo.
I like that they get people to dress in sequins and stuff and like put them in the front, but then in the back you still see like girls in like really bad cotton, like Target frilly Laura Ashley dresses, and then the guys in their shorts and their polos and their backwards caps or whatever. They can't keep it. They're trying to make it one thing on TV, but guys, we still still have eyes. You can't hide that.
We could see that Tommy Bahama walking in and that like Bass Pro Shop hat turned backwards.
Yeah.
So Joe asks for something at the bar, and Molly gives something to Joe, and TJ goes, thanks for serving him, because I'm not fucking serving him. You know, for about 4 months now, Joe and I haven't spoken at all. I mean, I've gone over and vacuumed his floors, but I mean, who wouldn't? But either way, we don't talk.
And Joe's like, yeah, my beef with TJ first started in New York. So then we see flashback to 5 months ago. Watch What Happens Live. Wow, Watch What Happens Live is getting a lot of play today. Where's Jeff Lewis? And how has Jeff Lewis not pissed anybody off on this show? He doesn't respect them because they're like young waiters, I'll bet.
Yeah, next time we go on that show, we'll be like, Jeff, you need to have the Southern Hospitality people on, because Watch What Happens has taken back the reins as being like the
I know. I was so sad for him. I was like, oh, Jeff, it was such a fun, glorious career. Now it's over. Dead in the water.
You had a good run. You really fucked up, Jeff. You really fucked up.
Joe. It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial. So now Andy is interviewing Luann and Joe Bradley, and Andy's like, great to see you, of the two of you, man. And Joe Bradley's like, not yet. She's like, never. Well, we just met, didn't we?
You see one of those cartoon clouds where you just see hands and boots coming out, and then it like settles, and then like her wig's over on the side. So then 4 months ago at the Southern Hospitality reunion, did you sleep with Luann? And TJ's like, I think you should be honest. I was like, are we? Is this going to be the cornerstone of the feud? Joe Bradley sleeping with Luann?
Luann still got it over there, kid. And Joe's like, I did
TJ
not
being
hook up
jealous.
with Luann. I'm like, why did you even insinuate that? Why?
Joe definitely hooked up with Luann. TJ is so mad about TJ. You're a gay. This should be the proudest moment of your life. Your best friend hooked up with Countess Luann. You should be so grateful to be linked to that.
No kidding. And also, gay people are always like, you're not supposed to out somebody. That's like the worst thing in the world. If he fucked a guy and he's married, who cares? Let him fuck a guy and he's married. It's not our business to tell his wife. But if it's a guy fucking a girl, it's like, tattletale on him. Get him. I mean, doesn't everybody deserve a right? Come on.
Maddie's like, Joe hooking up with Luann is so iconic. And Grace Lily's like, Luann is such a badass. I mean, who wouldn't want to fuck a cartoon from Family Guy? No, Grace Lily, that's not the Luann. Oh, I don't know who Luann is then.
So you're saying that Luann from Family Guy is still free?
I mean, I think it's amazing. I would fuck a country singer. No, that's Leanne Rhymes. That's different.
So then, I fucked that ice cream too. That's Lewin's. Still. So then, Joe Bradley's like, yeah, well, so what if I do hook up with Luann? And then, TJ's like, he was dating Danielle when he hooked up with Luann. That's the point. Oh, please. He knew Danielle for 5 minutes.
I forgot about the Danielle part. I forgot that this was actually a triangle. So TJ is mad that Joe got himself in a triangle with Danielle Oliveira from Summer House and Countess Luann from Roni, which is truly the funniest love triangle we've seen on Bravo in some time, if not the funniest we've ever seen.
Oh, it's pretty awkward and the fact love triangle.
It's weird. And the fact that it's actually having an impact on this show, where you would think they would have no idea who Countess Luann is, and maybe not CEO and founder Danielle. I don't, it's amazing.
Yeah. So TJ's like, well, I was just giving him the opportunity to tell the truth because everyone knew. And they're like, well, why did you have a problem with TJ when the story was already on page 6, Joe? And then we see the headlines, Luann 58 and Joe 28 all over each other. Damn, that's good. 30 years? God, you go,
amazing.
Girl. That girl does
like
Pilates for dinner. You know, she'll do it every day. That Pilates works. That girl can still smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day and pull in these guys. Hot. Iconic. She is an icon. So then Joe Bradley is like, well, because page 6 isn't one of my best friends. TJ betrayed my trust. He confirmed those rumors and sabotaged my relationship. I mean, right now, I could be with Danielle. Oh, well, look behind you. She's still standing right outside your window, so there's still a chance. She's just turn around. It's just Danielle, like.
Danielle's like, why isn't page 6 writing about my love triangle with Joe Bradley and the balloon guy?
Yeah.
So TJ's like, I'm not saying what I did was right. However, that still is no excuse for the nasty messages that Joe sent me. And then we see text messages from Joey Marbles, and it's like, oh, I hope you enjoyed your moment. Hope it was worth our friendship. You're a supporting character. And then he sends like a rat emoji.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking supporting character. You're dead to me and my family. He's like, I never expected that would end our friendship.
I'm never going to make you Nanny's chicken parmesan.
So he hasn't talked to Joe since New York. And then Michael sees them chatting and he's like, what's up? You got time to lean? You got time to clean? Clean something. Come on.
I was like, I don't need to watch any more of this episode to know it's one of the best things that we'll see this entire year.
TJ's like, he's hot. I just totally got excited. My vacuum just hardened.
I didn't even know I was leaning. He's so good. So Molly's like, we got in trouble. I know. He's kind of hot. I kind of got excited. She's like, okay, calm down.
So the next morning, Bradley wakes up and finds a big old tacky ass eyelash on his bedside table. It is huge and glittery. And he's just looking at it like, what would this even fit on? You know?
I know. And then Michaels and Emmy are at Pilates and they're working out. And the instructor is like, is that floor tight? Okay, slowly send the carriage out as far as you can. And then give me 3 more each. And Michaels is like, 3. And the instructor's is like, yes, 3. Oh my God, he is so good. Wow. Wow, he's so good at this.
Then we see everybody waking up and getting ready, which is there. It's a young cast. So it's everybody getting out of the shower, you know. And thankfully, they're doing it with these people and not Shep. Okay, these are the people I want to see get out of the shower. Shep, retire Shep, please. So we get to see some Joe Bradley butt, and which is great. And then we get some Trixie Monocle. And she's like, you can take your patriarchy, shove it where the sun don't shine. Cold mess, other known as goddess, snatching my crown, no contest. It's like, did Grace Lilly write this?
This sounds like a Grace Lilly jam. I'm pretty sure it is. I exercise my right to say I am a work of art in every way.
So now Emmy and Will are going to have a nice pretend breakfast. And by pretend, I mean he's going to be pretending to not cheat on her and she's going to be pretending to eat the breakfast. So they're like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. You're amazing, you're amazing. You're a lawyer. You're going to be a lawyer's wife.
You know, last summer, we definitely had some doubters about our relationship. And we see flashbacks of last year, everyone saying like, yeah, he made out with someone. And she's like, but now everything is good. So she orders a mocktail. And then we find out Will's like, you've been a mocktail queen. She's like, yeah, it's been over 8 months. I don't even think about it anymore. I don't crave a drink ever. So her whole thing is that she stopped drinking and now she's doing the Kyle Richards working out like crazy thing.
And he doesn't like it, of course. And he's like, and now you work out all the time. She's like, it grounds me, okay? My typical day right now is go for like a 3-mile run and then I go to the gym for like another hour. Cardio, weight lifting, Pilates, high intensity, low intensity, lifting my knee, putting my knee back down, squats, glutes, you know, underarms, back arms, tries, buys. You know how it goes. Great. I'm happy. I'm super, super happy.
I'm totally not insecure about my relationship whatsoever. I'm not channeling all my emotions and rage into this, into working out. This is totally a healthy habit that I picked up. Totally.
And he's like, I just miss Republic, you know, like so much camaraderie there, so many friendships, you know. And it's like, oh my God, Joe can be happier to have you in his life again. And he's like, yeah, I had to forgive him because like I'm a forgiver. And then we see flashbacks to them arguing last year. And because Joe was furthering this rumor that Will was cheating. He wasn't totally supportive in denying it for Will. So then Will's like, yeah, when he called me out of the blue and apologized, you know, he just changed his whole tone. And I understood that, like, I had a part to play in this too. Wait, you cheated on me? No, I mean, getting mad that he got mad that I cheated on you but never told you. So you cheated on me? No, who told you that, Joe? Fuck Joe. I'm never fucking talking to Joe again.
Hey, should we wake up early in the morning and jump in the ocean? He's like, I'm too busy. I have like so much work at my dad's law firm. And I'm just like, I'm working like 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Am I right? I don't get that. So then Will's like, the first year of law school has like been probably like one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. Like, do you know how awkward it is when you try to ring up someone's tap and they're like, what are you doing? You're in class. I'm like, yeah, I keep forgetting I'm not at a bar. It's so strange. They don't like me there.
Now with an internship, I just don't have moments off, you know? So like, I don't think Emmy gets it. And Emmy's like, I'm so happy right now. You just make me feel so secure. Wait a minute. Let me lift this plate. Don't look away. I've got bigger muscles. It's going great.
I love how successful you were with your first year of law school. And I love being so accomplished and like being in a place I never thought we'd be. And like law prom, the best night of our lives. I'm like so much more in tune with everything. Like, give me a kiss. Prove that you love me. Oh God. Okay. He still loves me. Okay.
And he kisses her, but also kind of looks towards the exit sign. Like the signs are not looking good here, babe. So then Trixie's like, sunshine, everything I want is a miracle. I'm never coming down. I don't want to worry. Sunshine on my face, I've got sunshine on my face. I've got sunshine on my face. I've got sunshine on my ass. Just kidding, my face.
So TJ sits at a chair by a pool and FaceTimes Mia. And she's like, oh my God, Pookie. Hey, what's up? She's like, I'm so excited to see you. I am like completely booked. Sort of like your love life. Just kidding. Exact opposite. Oh, well, it's only going to be 3 more weeks. So we find out that she has moved back to Trinidad and Tobago to basically join. She's running for Miss World. And so she's doing the pageant life thing down there.
Yeah. And I love a couple things. First, that people on this show aren't so fame hungry that they just stay on this show. Like, they don't care. Mia's like, bye, I'm moving. See you
moving to
later.
an island.
And then Grace Lily's like, I want more for myself. Bye. So she leaves. Like, people just leave, you know, it's crazy. Because most people are just like reality TV whores. Like, they're going to stay forever. Guys and girls are going to stay no matter what. And she's like, nah, I'm going to join a beauty contest, you know. And also that they're so just fine with eating disorders. Because she's like, yeah, basically, I don't eat anymore. I have 1 cup of egg yolks in the morning and that's it. And Emmy was just like, yeah, I don't eat. All I do is work out now. Isn't it amazing? It's like, this is such an odd shift from our current culture, you know? They're like, yes,
Well,
eating disorders. It's called making an effort.
They're saying, unfortunately, that like fashion is embracing skinniness again, because honestly, of that. Well, the article I read said it was because of Ozempic culture that people are like down for skinny again, because before it was like, no, like, embrace curves, yada, yada, yada. But now people are like skinny again, which I think actually misses the point, I think, of taking Ozempic probably. But either way, so it looks like, if anything, it looks like this might be another indicator of where things are going.
Yeah. So, that's her thing. She's going to do that. She's still in love with hotness Troy. And then we see Troy. He's hot as fuck. And they're still basically boring. I mean, she needs to come back here and ruin somebody's life, because that's kind of what she does. But, that's their thing. I love your husband. I love your boyfriend. Please have him shirtless on the show more. Because
I know. I'm so glad they're still together.
Like, do your job.
Hot.
You know? So then they start talking about, how, TJ immediately is gossiping. And he's like, yeah, I just feel bad for Emmy. Like, she's so small now. And like, we both heard that like Will's running around bad-mouthing her behind her back. And she's like, oh my God, yeah, I heard that. And she says that Will was out at Republic obliterated, going up to people talking about how much he hates Emmy and hates his relationship. And she's so annoying.
Yeah. I've heard that he's just like, I don't think she's my person. Yeah. And that, like, now that she's sober, she's like not fun anymore. Yeah. And the people he's telling that have like the loudest mouths. I know. Like, yeah. She's like, I found out about it the next day. People were in my phone telling me like, oh my God, Will has gone crazy.
And he's like, yeah, I'm going to have a conversation with him. And I'm going to say, you better tell her, because it's going to get back to her. And you know who's going to tell her? I'm not going to tell you right now, but you're going to hear this before it's told. He rides up on a vacuum to Tattletale.
Yeah, because Mia's like, I did that last year, and I was a big bad wolf for meddling in their relationship. And so we see flashbacks of like them getting mad at Mia for trying to step in and fix the situation.
Yes. And so she's like, it's not coming for me. And he's like, well, I mean, it's just hard because she says how much she loves him. Like, how am I going to ruin this life? Can't wait. Okay, I'll do it on FaceTime. Don't worry. You'll be able to see. So then we go to Grace Lily's mother's house, and she's sitting at the table writing a notebook. And the song is, you're living in the moment, wasting your time chasing stars.
Trixie didn't even bother trying to rhyme. Not this time. So Derby, her dog, is there, and Maddie comes over, and she's like, oh my God, can I just like walk in? LO fucking L. It's like, hi, where's my best friend at? So they say hi and everything. And Maddie sees an envelope that says taxes on it and like things like work expenses. She's like, oh my God, Grace Lily, what are these? Like work expenses? Like what work? Like what are even taxes? Am I right?
She's like, what do you mean? Not to work. That's profit. Put it away. After 5 years of working at Republic Garden and Lounge, Grace Lily has exited the building. Grace Lily's been doing modeling, and, Grace Lily just wants to do bigger things.
And we see her modeling, doing the Grace Lily thing. And Grace Lily's like, she's like, there's never any knowing of where Grace Lily will jet off to. And I'm going to rock with it. Some days I'm going to jet off to downtown Charleston. And some days I'm going to jet off to downtown Charleston. It's a wild world I live.
And she's wearing a bandana around her head. It just looks crazy. And Maddie's like, but I miss you at Republic. She's, I'm always going to love Republic. But last summer, I took that time to focus on me, you know, as opposed to all the other times where I was focused on, I mean, mostly me too, but it was different, you know? So I did an ayahuasca ceremony. I got to dive so deep into myself. I saw Bob Marley. I was like, Bob, I love you, Bob. I'm always going to spread the message of like, Ja, like, I love him, you know? He's just so great. He was so good in that movie called Bob Marley. It was a coincidence, right?
Yeah. And then after I saw Bob Marley, I saw Bob Uecker. And I was like, hey, Bob, glad to see you're still playing baseball. And then he was like, what are you talking about? I said, I don't know. I don't even know how I know who you are. And then next I saw Jesus. And Jesus said, hey, did you see Bob Uecker? I said, yeah, who is that guy? He said, I don't know, but he plays baseball and was on Mr. Belvedere. And I said, that's awesome. Can I go back to Bob Marley now? And Jesus said, no. No,
then Jesus asked me, why haven't you said hi to Bob Barker? And I said, Jesus, I don't approve of spaying and neutering. I say, let your dogs procreate.
Maddie's like, oh shit, maybe I need ayahuasca. Maybe you do.
You're the only person who watched that and thought, maybe I need to do that.
I know. How has she not done it yet, by the way? You were in Tulum with Oshin. How have you not done ayahuasca? Hey, girl, how's your sex life with Joe, by the way? Jesus wants to know. And she's like, oh, yeah. By the way, America, yes, I am dating Joe Bradley.
Yeah, so then we see 2 hours ago, they were rolling around the bed together. And Maddie's like, yeah, like I've always liked Joe and we work so well together and we're like best friends. And to make it romantic was such a risk. But I know he's been in love with me for years. Like it used to be like I was too in love with somebody that didn't really love me the same. But now it's like reverse and it feels so good. Like, you know who else that probably felt good to? Joe, who's watching this at home right now.
Yeah, I like wasn't into Joe until I realized he was like famous enough to be in a love triangle that made it to page 6. I thought, you know what? I could do this. So here I am. He's like,
plus, his mom bought him a Costco card, which is pretty hot.
So they're like, we see flashback to them lying in bed, interlocking fingers. And she's like, so it was a risk that totally has been worth it. I was like, what is the risk in sleeping with Joe Bradley? Like there's, you're not even barely even working at this place anymore. So Grace Lily's like, you guys are totally all over each other, like sucking each other's faces down like Slurpees. By the way, Bob Marley said, stop doing that. It's kind of gross. Kind of ruined the jaw vibe.
Yeah. And then Maddie's like, yeah, I had to get away from Trevor because like a light bulb clicked. So I never went back. Dun, dun, dun. And so then she's like, yeah, like I trust him, but I'm like, push the brakes, Joe. Push the brakes, Joe. Maybe I'm just traumatized by my past with bicycle gondola drivers. And Grace Lily's like, yeah, as anyone would be, as I was after Jesus told me to be nice to a spare. I mean, who would say that? I'm so mad at Jesus right now.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
So then we go to TJ. He's cooking some bacon for himself, and Bradley comes in and he's like, hey, you didn't leave the key under the mat for me. You know I like that. Oh, just come on right in here, Bradley. I brought you. And he's like, oh, I brought you some wine. She's like, well, I just ate some breakfast. It's 2 p.m. Yeah, I know. Wild night for me and my boyfriend, Mr. Invisible.
So his back hurts. So Brad's like, does it hurt from staying hunched over or were you bent over last night? And he's like, oh, right. I haven't had sex in 6 months. Jesus, I can't even get any action from my vacuum. Every time the Roomba gets next to me, it just stops, looks at me and turns away.
That's not supposed to be part of the AI. She says, the dating scene in Charleston is horrendous. There's like one gay bar, and like in the South, I just feel like everyone is still afraid to be who you are. And honestly, I haven't gone on a date in like 2 years. I'm like, well, maybe it is more about you than this gay bar in Charleston.
But wasn't he just dating that guy?
He was
at the end of last season. I'm so confused. It hasn't been 2 years since they shot that, right?
No, But that's why I got so excited when there's an option. Like this whole Michaels thing. I told you about that story, right? Remember? Is anyone listening to me? Who am I telling the story to? Oh, the vacuum. Great. Hey, vacuum. Remember the story about Michaels?
Don't leave. Why did they make vacuums that could turn away?
Why does it go back to its dock so quickly? It just left the dock. The vacuum's like, I think it's pretty clean in here. I'm going to go back to the dock. Good night.
This does suck being the only gay. I mean, whenever you're a gay, you know what that's like, being in a space with no other gay people, and then one other gay comes in and you both start looking up at each other up and down like, oh my God, you're gay? Oh my God, you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, people do not like you. Because it's like you're so bitter. It's like, that's my only fucking choice, and it's like you're forced. Everyone's like, oh my God, you're gay? I have a gay person I can introduce you to. And it's like, it's like you naturally have to kind of hate each other because of the resentment you feel towards everybody else around you for not being gay, you know?
Yeah. So TJ says, well, Bradley, a couple months ago, I got drunk one night and I kissed Michaels. And I thought, well, I didn't really kiss him. I just took out my dustbuster and was just like, trying to get something off of his tie, and it got onto his lips. And that kind of counts like a kiss. Anyway, I felt bad because he like Ubered me home and then I just got out.
And he's like, yeah. And I think he thought he was getting out with me. Bradley's like, wow. And you're just like, all right, bye. What a dick. And he's like, well, I mean, obviously there's chemistry because like literally we're each other's only options. So it's like being on a deserted island and asking yourself if you're going to eat the first pineapple that floats up. I mean, kind of have to.
Also, I don't think I could date a 21-year-old. I'm like 23. It's like that age gap is like, it's insurmountable, right? And Bradley's
how old is he? He's like 30, right?
He's probably 32 or 33, something like that.
That does seem like a lot when you're 30. But then if you're in LA or somewhere like, I guess you don't have to be in LA, really. It's just men. But then when you're 40, you're like, 21's totally natural. I'm 60. So she's not in college, or she's halfway through college. So, hey, yeah.
Also, TJ, you don't have to date him. He's fucking hot. Let him come out of the Uber with you. You just have to have a night.
Yeah. But you don't want to look like an old gross perv either. I mean, I don't mind, but some people.
Too late for TJ.
Obviously, I'm not talking from a personal point of view. Okay, I do not mind.
So, a few weeks ago, Michaels asked me if I wanted to get dinner, but we started talking about he started saying I have class tomorrow, and I'm like, he has class tomorrow. He's in college. Education's frowned upon at Republic.
It's disgusting, isn't it?
We saw what happened with Will.
So I'm focusing on myself this summer, which has been great. Unlike last summer when I focused on myself and every other day. I love that everyone's goal on the show is to focus on themselves. You guys have focused on nothing else. Okay. He's like, well, my issues are when I like somebody, I put them first instead of myself. And Bradley's like, go to therapy. And he's like, well, I've been in therapy. Thanks for asking, Bradley. And he's like, well, it's just weirdest because now Joe and Maddie are dating, make it make sense. And he's like, oh, well, gee, must be nice having options.
And then we see flash to last night as Joe grabs Maddie's shoulders. They pass each other working at Republic and they smile at each other. It's just crazy to me that someone that has so much self-control and discipline, sober for 10 years, chooses to be with a person similar to Trevor, going out and drinking and cheating. Joe's a cheater. Joe's cheated on every relationship he's ever been in. I was like, okay, this is a bridge too far. Just because she's been sober doesn't mean that she can't get with Joe Bradley.
Yeah. And I mean, I get what he's saying in that that's a similar type. Why are you leaving one cheater for another cheater? But like I said earlier, it's Charleston. I mean, it's in the water there. Who doesn't cheat?
I mean, I know. I think that Joe Bradley will cheat, but I don't think he's going to do mind games the way the other Trevor was doing.
He'll probably be like, you want to fuck Luann with me? It's going to be so great.
Yeah. It'll just be a straight up cheating. It'll just be it'll be a very on the nose cheating.
Yeah. So TJ's also way too invested, and I think it's hard to kind of being the gay in the relationship with a bunch of guys because you're friends with a girl too, and so it's not kind of like a bros before hoes or misters before sisters or whatever. It's hard to choose because you're still friends with the guy, but you're like, I need to warn this girl what this guy is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also never mind. Sorry, I'm going
he's too invested. He's way too invested. He's too invested. He's got to let his friends make their own mistakes, and he can just focus on the vacuum.
Yeah.
So now we go, Trixie, watch me go, go, never slow, slow. I mean, that was pretty obvious. I can't believe, Paul, all these years we've been making songs, how did we never write that lyric before? I mean, how did we never do that?
Well, actually, we did have Watch Me Go, Never Slow. That's right. That's why, but we didn't have Watch Me Go, Go, Never Slow, Slow. So shut the fuck up, Paul, all right? Don't question me.
Paul,
I'm sorry I said it.
Paul, you know what? It's not called Wake Me Up Before You Go. It's Wake Me Up Before You Go, go.
We've already done that one,
Come up with a lyric that says, Watch Me Go, Never Slow.
Sorry, we've already done that.
You should know. Oh, look at that. I just did it. Watch me go, go, never slow, slow. You should know.
So Michaels is, locking up the doors and putting menus away and turning on the neon light. And then,
so talented.
Yeah, he's like so good at this, you guys. So he's like, yeah, Leva and Lamar call me the Beast because I'm 21 and I'm running their nightclub. Dun, dun, dun. Really? Because we're all kind of calling you sucker. Because I think they have you doing that because how many hours are you working? I'll bet they're abusing you. Tell me where Leva hurt you.
So then he's like talking to the staff. He's like, hi, make sure you're coming in on time and in dress code. If you're planning on leaving, you always ask me. Oh, he really has this place on lockdown. Gotta say. Wow, so good.
So before Republic, he was working as a bar back at clubs. And ownership was like, you're way too pretty to be doing this. And I'm like, obviously, I'm way too pretty to be doing this. Look at me.
And he's like posing. He's like, yeah. So Emmy and Molly walk in. They're in that back room. And Emmy's like, someone's sucking on her titty and she's got a hickey. I got to cover it up. Ha ha ha. And Michaels is like, meow. And Molly is like, it's not a real hickey, everyone. So they're just.
This is really bothering me. This whole I'm too hot to be a barback. Listen, no one's too hot to bring me a bottle of Tito's. So you're fired. How dare you? Okay, I'll get over it. It's past and it's time to let it go. So then TJ comes in and he's decided since they started shooting and he's so fucking lonely at this point. He's like, here's some coffee. I got it for you. And Michaels is like, thanks. Well, we're just gay. We like Starbucks. So
yeah, because the girls were mad that TJ didn't get them coffee. So, but the thing is, this is sort of like a weird move. Like it's like a weird flirtation, and he's like turns his flirtations on and off, and so the girl's like, where's our coffee? And he's like, whatever, girls. So then TJ takes off his shirt to put on the Republic one. And Emmy's like, ooh, wow. Oh, wow. And
Michaels keeps looking. He kind of looks over. He kind of keeps catching glances of him and stuff, which is cute. I like that he likes him. That's pretty cute.
I mean, I have to say, for all the shit talking about TJ, there is something sort of revolutionary about this storyline on Bravo because really gays are almost always sidekick status. And if they're not sidekick status, they rarely have a love interest who's a main cast member the way all the straight people do. And I think this is the first time we've ever seen two gays who are fully cast members who have romantic tension.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, except for Vanderpump Rules, but they were in the class. They're still straight, technically. So. And a couple below decks, let's face it. But yeah, out of the closet. Yeah, for sure. So now they're prepping the restaurant and bar, whatever it is. And Austin, that's who I was calling Luke earlier. Austin, the new bartender, is like, hi, I'm Austin. I have a mustache. And Michaels is like, yeah, he's going to be training today. And TJ goes, oh, I know who he is.
You know each other? He's like, yeah, what's up? And so he and Austin have a hug, and Austin's like, you smell like almonds. And Michaels is like, oh my God. And TJ's like, I told you I knew him. He knew I always smell like almonds.
I met Austin a couple of years ago, and I wouldn't say he's like a lot of guys in Charleston. And then we see clips of Austin shirtless in the woods, bench pressing logs. He's like, yeah, guys, welcome to my Insta. Today, you don't need a gym. You know what you need? God's gym. Logs. Yeah.
God. I'm sorry for all his Facebook friends who have to hear ceaselessly about his CrossFit.
Oh, and his rock deodorant.
goodness. It is, he had the most annoying updates about watching like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. He's like, guys, watching the big fight tonight. So
he's like, guys, it would be nice if Netflix's streaming was consistent. Am I right?
Guys, I just rediscovered this show, 2.5 Men. So funny.
So then, let's see. He's like, yeah, he's into lifting logs in the woods. So I don't really know why, but whatever he's doing, it's working for him. He's hot. And he sure is, but he's one of those people that's hot, but he's like saying goodbye to youth, and he's trying to like hold on to it as hard as he can by like growing a mustache and putting log videos on Instagram, In 2 years, he'll be fine with it. He'll be bald and just, have a little pot belly and just start banging 20-year-olds, telling him he has money.
Yeah. I love his little trick though of "you smell like almonds." That's a good line, because I think everyone will be like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
It's so specific that people will be like, "Oh, thanks. It's just me."
Well, I hope it's because of argan oil. TJ, I believe in you. Ding.
I mean, last time I checked, I'm the only one here whose last name actually means almonds. Thank you, Mandalker.
Oh, yeah. So, my last name means
Austin.
humble. No, that's not true. My middle name means humble. Rondell Humble Karam.
My first name means king. So King Almonds over here.
King of almonds. Fuck yes. You're in the wrong business, babe.
King of almonds. Thanks for smiling me through the TV, Austin.
So Emmy and Maddie are like, let's have a scene wiping down menus. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'd miss this. So they do it. And Emmy's like, got you a rag, girl. And she's like, thanks. So Michael's birthday is coming up. What are they going to do? And Maddie's like, yeah, I want it to be a theme. Like the weather's getting really warm and I feel like a summer kickoff pool party, like a theme, like pools, parties, pool party. I don't know, something like that. Like,
what about bikinis and trucker hats? Cool. I don't think that's like a theme. It's more like a dress code, but like cool. So yeah, because I think Michael deserves the best birthday ever. He's genuine. He's a genuine person who cares, and he like puts his heart and soul into everything he does, including being hot and a good manager. Matt's like, yeah, it's so nice that Michaels is also friends with Emmy, and he brought us together and closer together. And I feel like it's like really nice to be in a good place with Emmy again, just like wiping down menus, giving her rags and stuff like that.
And Emmy's like, yeah, because underneath all the bullshit, like it was really hard being friends with her last year because she was dating a piece of shit, and it's hard when I'm dating a piece of shit and she's dating a piece of shit. Like how many hiding of pieces of shit can we do? But now since I'm the only one still dating a piece of shit, we can be friends again.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a really fun party. So now, the lounge opens up. Lake comes by, and she's saying hi to everyone. And Austin is like asking about how to make a drink, and Lake is like, "Oh my god, are you like training him?" Molly's like, "Yeah, I'm training him." So
Molly's being a hard ass with them. She's like, "I don't even know if he can pour drinks yet." We'll see, Logman. We'll see.
You smell like almonds.
So then Austin's like flirting with the girls and stuff, and then Maddie can't uncork a bottle, and she's like, "Brad, it's one of those like fucked up bottles." He's like, "I got you, baby."
One of those fucked up. This bottle's like fucked up. Like LO fucking L who made this bottle.
This bottle has something stuck in it, Brad. It's a cork, Maddie. Yeah, that's what I mean. Get it out.
So he uncorks it, and he also says that he and Maddie are good. But it's pretty much like he's like, you know what? I'm not gonna like keep talking. I'm not gonna keep holding on to the past because last year they got into a big fight about the dumpster and everything.
Getting
and
his
like,
dick sack next to the dumpster. Yep.
Yep. As long as I don't talk about blowjob alleyway and he doesn't talk about my relationship, we're cool.
So then outside the bar, Molly's doing her training, and he's like, I have no idea what's going on, and I'm cool with that. She goes, yikes, it better not be cool with it for long, log man.
So then Maddie is like sitting on a chair, and Emmy like is touching up her eyeliner, and they're in the back room, and Michaels walks in, and he looks like he's just seen a ghost. He goes, I am feeling very numb right now. It's like, oh my God. Anti-LOL. Are you okay? He's like, I am literally internally shitting myself right now, and my heart is beating out of my chest. I am gonna shit myself.
I'm like literally dead right now. I'm so dead. Haley Joel Osment would see me under the bed. Like I am that fucking dead. I'm like a dead person who just shit himself. Like it's crazy. And she's like, why? And he goes, because TJ brought me coffee.
And then we see a flashback. I brought you coffee. And Maddie goes, so did you drink it? Oh no, she goes, so drink it.
And Emmy's like, wait, but like it's not just coffee, duh. And he goes, yeah, because we were in an Uber and he kissed me. And I was just like, whoa, what is this going to be? What does this mean? But then we never talked about it. There was like never a conversation. There was like never a like, I kissed you? There was never that. And now here I am covered in shit that smells like coffee because I drank coffee before I shit myself.
Internally, of course. And Maddie goes, wait, what would that conversation have to do with him? I don't understand what's going on. And Emmy's like, wait, what's his intention? What does he want? If DJ is not interested, then it's just wasting both of their times. Why would he give him coffee? And Michaels is like, yeah, like, cool. Thanks for the coffee. But like, what are we doing? I am like shitting. I just vomited inside of myself. I am losing it.
He must like have breakdowns when he passes sample people at Costco. That lady just gave me a quarter of a cookie and then nothing, not even what's your number? I'm too hot for this.
She literally gave me a sample of Quest iced coffee in a Dixie cup. I'm like, are you coming on to me? Because I thought we were chill. And now I'm like, what is happening?
So from how he's acting, I thought he was going to be like, that guy fucking kissed me in the cab. Like, what the fuck? I didn't even know that was coming. Like, where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah.
But he's not at all. He's like, that felt like a date. And then he kisses me and then he just drops me when I'm developing feelings. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. There's going to be like a gay storyline on here. I can't believe it.
I know. And I was like, wait, Michael's the hot guy is pining after TJ. I mean, TJ is cute.
TJ is hot
like,
as hell too.
But normally it goes the other way where it's like Michaels is the hot guy and like the introvert, the one who's awkward, who can't quite find his place in the gay world is going to pine after Michaels, the unattainable one. But wait, it's going the other way around. I was like, I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. So he's like, yeah, there was never a conversation. Like there was never like, well, I mean, what's going on here? And so he's like, he's playing games and I'm not here for the games. The coffee I'm kind of here for. I would have preferred some heavy cream because it doesn't take me out of ketosis. But otherwise, whatever.
Yeah, like what's up with these games? Like, just be straight up. And Maddie's like, yeah, he's kind of a pussy, to be honest.
So now Maddie and Joe Bradley arrive at a place called the Pickle Bar. And I was like, oh no, pickleball.
I'm really excited to play pickleball. Yeah, you're definitely better than me. And like, I'm afraid to play sports against you. And so, oh, wow, look, we have a private court. Are you kidding me? I'm like, yeah, that's how pickleball courts work. You get it for your group.
A private court. He's like, there's not even traffic on this court. It's crazy.
It was crazy. I mean, I got my own paddle. Wow. So,
last time I played pickleball was in a crosswalk. It's pretty good. It was pretty good. I mean, it's still fun. You know, it was hurtful. Like, I got hurt a lot. Basically, I just, like, hit a pickle at a ball. It was kind of gross. It smelled. I got a ticket.
I thought pickleball was going to be like law prom. It was just like where pickles go to have a formal dance.
So he's like, yeah, I'm like the luckiest guy in the world that Maddie Reith agreed to love me back. And now here we are at pickleball.
I might not use the word lucky, but something. So Joe's like, yeah, I feel like some guys do pickleball to get away from their wives. And like, I want to be with my future wife here. She's like, the only thing I could do was like wait it out and be patient. And then like in New York, she was like, come here, motherfucker. And like she grabbed me and like kissed me right in the mouth. And like since that moment, like we're pretty much like inseparable. And I've like never been happier in my life except until like I just found out we have our own private pickleball court. I'm like actually probably number one moment.
So Will and Emmy come, and Will's like, whoa, how weird is it that we're on like a double date? Like, I mean, if you told me last summer, I would have like laughed at that. Like, what world did I leave and go to school and then come back to? I mean, you guys are gross. Okay, so was there a crossover? Like, were you still with Trevor when you started with Joe? And then Joe just like slams a pickleball into his chest. He's like, whoa, sorry, bro.
Don't speak that name in this sacred private court, I'd like to add. And so Will's like, okay, couples, whatever, blah. So pickleball. They're going to play some pickleball. And they're going to play pickleball.
And the girls are badass. And Maddie's really good. And so Maddie's like playing too hard. She's doing that thing where you hit the ball in tennis. She's like, ah!
She's doing too much.
She wins. So she wins handily. And so she's like, I spent too many years in rehab not to be good at pickleball. I mean, not to be good at ping pong. And this is basically like ping pong in real life.
Yeah.
I like that in rehab, it was ping pong in like dreamland. But out here, it's ping pong in real life.
So they wind up going.
No, actually, it's even better. I'm sorry to interrupt you. She goes, and pickleball is a human version of that.
Yes. What? Before we were playing with robots, but now we stepped up. Human ping pong. Yeah. So they basically, Will's like saying like, I can't get over how weird this is. You guys are like a cute couple. Like, do you guys cuddle and stuff? Like, I'm really confused. Yeah, we cuddle. Ooh, something just fell over. It is so windy here. It is a windy ass day here in Los Angeles, and something fell over outside. It sounded like thunder. It's scary.
Oh, wow.
But you know what's not scary?
I'm looking at my ring cam.
Joe and Maddie.
Well, it's funny that you're saying that right now, because in this scene, they're inside now and they're like eating and stuff. And they're like, wow, it's getting really bad out there. And then they just show outside and it's a full hurricane. There's like a car flying. Like, you see the fucking cow fly across the screen, and they're like, yeah, whatever. So
twisters. And there are people like still out there. They're like running in. You just see them like fly off into the sky, like never to be heard from again. It is crazy what's going on out there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so they start talking about the party coming up, and Maddie's like, by the way, have you guys seen each other since New York, you and TJ? And Joe's like, yeah, I mean, like, oh, wait, no, sorry, you're talking about me and Will. Yeah, I mean, you stopped by the club a few times. And then Will looks down, looks sad, but also guilty because he knows what he said when he was at the club and he got wasted and talked shit about Emmy.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, this is so painfully awkward because like a few months ago, Will comes into the Republic saying the worst things possible about his own girlfriend. But like last year, I expressed my concerns about their relationship. Flashback to that. I have concerns about your relationship, and I'm dressed like Aladdin, so you have to listen to me.
I heard there's a rumor that Will wake that little girl. So I've learned my lesson, and guess what? This year, it's like nothing's coming out of my mouth this episode, but maybe next week it probably will.
So Will's like, I just want to have a happy summer because like I'm an intern at a law firm and it's like really stressful, and it would be great if my boys were friends. And he's like, yeah, but my thing with TJ, like our relationship and our past, it's like stuck over with it. It's gotten like almost like where.
Yeah, you don't talk when you're in the same room. Like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, yeah, well, I told him a secret that I made out with Luann, and he said, to the grave. And I was literally like best friends and married with him 2 weeks before that. And then this comes out of nowhere, and he blindsides me with it. Like, that's how I feel betrayed.
And he has a right to, I think. And then he's like, fuck that guy. I trusted him. And he goes, and I can't trust him anymore. And I know that he's going to come into my relationship and try to like, sabotage? No, that's not it. Like, reconcilify. Sabotage? No. What's it called when like someone's like trying to fuck with your relationship? Sabotage. No.
Yeah.
Sabotage. Damn it, Joe.
He's like trying to sabotage it like he has like with all my past relationships. It's like not just the Luann thing that made me like not trust TJ last year. There was Sally. Remember Sally? And then
we see a flashback to TJ being like, oh my God, she totally made out with somebody right before she ate your Nana's chicken.
wow, you made out with him right before our day. Like, that makes me sick, Holly.
Sally
Like,
and
whatever.
Gaston, who passed that audition on to Southern Charm.
I know. Congratulations. So Joe says, why on God's green earth would I go back to someone who tries to, what's the word? Emulsify? Sabotage.
Right.
Yeah, whatever.
So Will's like, you don't have to be friends with him, but, you know, like, I can't be put in the middle of this. So Maddie's like, I'm not put in the middle, and I'm, like, totally still friends with TJ, so whatever. Joe's issues with TJ happened way before Joe started dating. Joe and I started dating, so they're, like, not my issues. And, like, I learned from my last relationship not to let my relationship affect my friendships.
I think it's different. Like, he's bitching at me for being friends with you. It's like, TJ is? Yeah. And Joe Bradley's like, he's like a 32-year-old. And he's like, don't be friends with Joel because I'm not friends with him. Like, is he that petty? Like a middle school girl? Girls are stupid. That's fucking crazy. That's weird.
And Will's like, yeah, but taking sides is always a shitty thing to do. So... dun, dun, dun. So now we're all getting ready for Michael's party, and Lake shows up at Michael's home with coffee, which and he shits himself, physically shits himself.
Oh
It's like,
my
I
God.
can't take it. I'm too hot for this.
I am like literally shitting on the inside. She brought me a coffee. Like, what does this mean? I thought like Lake and I were cool, but does she even know I'm gay? Like, I am losing it.
And then Bradley's over at TJ's, and TJ comes out in a t-shirt that says Joe's best friend.
And then Bradley's like, I knew you were going to do some stupid shit like that. And then we go to the Ryder Hotel. And it's an hour before this big party. And Joe and Maddie, they come in with this enormous like collection of balloons. They're like struggling. They're getting it through all the doors. They go through the hallways. They go outside. And Joe's like, all right, let's not let any of these balloons fly away. I'm going to attach this big pen to the bottom. That should weigh it down pretty good.
I'm going to weight it down. Does anybody have a shoelace I could just tie around that? So, and then there's a lot of Mylar here. I'm just going to say there's a lot of Mylar. Okay. It's a lot of sea creatures being harmed by this and birds. Okay. There's a lot of death about to happen because of these stupid balloons. I thought those were outlawed.
Yeah, I don't know if they're outlawed. I think you're just not supposed to release them, although out into the sky. I think that's, I don't know, at least according to Karen Huger. So I forgot to mention Joe's big joke, which is that he steps out of the car with all the balloons and he's like, Maddie, I'm flying away, help. Just kidding, I wasn't flying away. The balloons weren't enough to fly me away.
Guys, here's where I got it. To do. Breaking news right now. Watch what crappens. Everybody hold, please. Mylar balloons are to be banned in California by 2031. So enjoy your giant sparkly penis balloons now, because in 6 years, they're done. We're not even going to have birthdays anymore. Okay.
Mylar's over, bitches.
Mylar's done. Mylar's the past.
So they go in with the balloons, and Maddie's like, don't fucking let go of the balloons, okay? You're going to fuck this up. Don't fucking let go.
They're not going to let go. I'm totally going to weight them down. Hey, can I use that napkin to weight down these balloons?
And we see that like last week, Emmy and Maddie went to Party City to get balloons. And because he's turning 22, Emmy holds up 2 balloons that say they're both like number 2 balloons. And Maddie goes, that's perfect. I was good 25. And I was like, wait a second. What about 22? You're so good, Emmy.
So then he's like, oh my God, it's like a fun house in here. They've made all these trucker hats that say like, Michael's the best or something. Michael's amazing. Michael's 22. And then there are all these balloons. She goes, could you put the balloons under the umbrella? And so he does. And she's like, this is like the 8th time I've been slapped in the face by these things. Stupid balloons. So they start, doing other stuff while he's weighing them down with like, a little bracelet he found on the ground or something.
It's like nothing. And she's like, they're going to fly away. He's like, no, they're not going to go anywhere. I weighed them down with an ant. So then Maddie's like, okay, well, I thought we were going to separate the balloons. He's like, no, we got to do the sign first. I printed it off of my Apple IIgs that I found in the basement. Come on.
So they start putting up a banner and then the balloons fly away. Of course. They're like, bye. She's like, Joe, you fucked up, Joe. You fucked up, Joe. Joe, they were balloons, that was Joe.
It's fine. They're little balloons. They're little balloons. Think about that. Come on, don't cry.
They're balloons.
Don't cry,
like,
Maddie.
just cry. You can't cry over balloons. Yes, I can. I'll go get some more balloons. You can't just get more balloons. You know how hard it is to go like balloons done? You have to order the balloons. You have to talk to the people about the balloons. You have to come up with the idea for the balloons. You have to wait 3 days for the balloons. Then you have to go pick up the balloons, Joe. You really fucked up, Joe.
I was at the party store for 6 hours, Joe. Like literally 6 hours. I mean, to be fair, it was a DJ set, but come on, Joe. I was there for so long.
And he's like, you were getting ballooned for 6 hours. Okay, that's when you die. You know what I mean? You're the one who released the balloons. Now's not the time to be getting fresh, sir. Okay.
Okay, because guess what? We've all been to Party City or party stores, and guess where Joy goes to die? Party stores. And we've all been in those lines, and you sit there and you're like, this should have been a 5-minute thing. I just get balloons. And then you're there for 45 minutes, an hour, 90 minutes, just trying to get the fucking balloons. I actually was totally Team Maddie on this.
100%.
She's like, the balloons. Oh. And he's
Well,
like,
it's always the one who didn't do anything. He was like, it's not a big deal. It is a fucking big deal. Now, what do you have? Nothing. Trucker hats. And she probably did those too.
Yeah, she's spending money on those balloons are expensive. He's like, well, the balloons are gone. You know, water under the bridge. The balloons are over the bridge. They're over the Ravenel. They're gone. Ha, ha, ha. He's like, I'll get you some more. It'll take 10 minutes. She's like, no, it won't. I'm telling you, it took me a week to get the balloons. Those balloons were back order for 3 years. The global supply chain. I only just got those. I ordered those balloons in 2021.
She's like, this is the worst day of my life, Joe. So then people start coming and say hi. You know, everybody's starting to arrive. And Austin's like, I wanted an espresso martini. And Molly's like, oh my God, did you say espresso? And I'm training you? Oh, hell no, trainee. You better drop and give me 30 logs, you fucking moron. It has an S, not an X.
First person on Bravo to ever say these words.
I know. I can't believe they even let her on here. They're like, guys, it's a new generation on Bravo. How are we going to get this across? Have someone stand up against espresso.
So Grace Lily shows up. He's like, hey, Grace, how are you? I miss you. I miss you at work. I miss you in life. Well, it ain't happening without me. Okay. I just saw Terry Garr and she says, who the fuck are you? And I was like, oh, God, you are so funny.
So Emmy comes and she's like, hello. And Joe's like, hey, man, can you keep a secret? Yeah, we drive here with balloons. And as we're setting up the sign, the balloons flew away. Ah!
Emmy is like, are you kidding me? I skipped leg day to get those balloons. Leg day.
Emmy is horrified, which I like. She's like, she gets it. You know, she's like, how could you do that to my friend? So now TJ and Bradley come and let's see. So Joe Bradley's still talking about the balloons. He's like, I've never seen a show talk about balloons. And then we see Maddie like holding her cell phone and a drink, like stressed out. She's like, where's Michael's? I cannot wait. I'm so upset that I have to tell him about the balloons.
So then TJ and Bradley walk in and say hi and everything. And then Joe Bradley's standing around and he's like, you know, he didn't get a hello from TJ, so, you know, it's awkward. And he's like, it's one thing to ignore each other at work. I mean, there's rules at work. Like, but we're at a party. Like, immediately, I get negative energy from him. It kills my vibe.
Yeah, so they're awkward.
Well, if you're so bothered, why don't you go say hi?
Yeah, exactly. Because I think he knows how TJ is. Because TJ's like, That's how TJ walks in. He walks in and kind of keeps looking back at you like,
gross.
Yeah, it's making it very obvious. So then Bradley is talking to Grace Lily. He's like, how are your vibes, Grace Lily? She's like, they're doing good. I made Jesus cry last week on accident, but he kind of deserved it. How are you? And he goes, are you wavy, baby? She's like, I'm getting my booty back.
And Bradley's like, yeah, I was about to say, I saw Jiggle when he walked in. And I was like, damn, Grace is coming back. Yeah, Grace is coming back. So they're all just like having fun and everything. And then Michael shows up. He seems, I don't know if this was supposed to be a surprise party or not, but he seemed very unsurprised by the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he's like saying hi. So everyone's coming around him and everyone's like saying hi and being like, oh my God, Michael's. They're all hugging. And TJ does that weird thing where he's like, I'm going to be separate. So he like goes and gets a drink. Like, while everyone's hugging, he goes and gets a drink for Michael's because he's like, I'm going to be the guy who gets him the drink. So I'm like, I'm not going to be there to hug him because I'm not going to be like crazy like that, but I'm going to get him the drink. And so it's like that weird energy where you're like, oh, TJ, just be chill. Just hug him like everyone else.
And then he's like, I want a spicy marg, please. And TJ goes, I already got it here. And he's like, oh, well, I mean, that's okay. Because just take it. Just take it.
Take it. I timed this out perfectly. Take it.
And Michael's is like, literally, my brain just shitted into my ear canal. So don't know what to do about this. It's like a bag of mixed signals. It's just like so selfish. Point blank, period.
TJ's like, all right, well, enjoy your margarita. I'm not going to talk to you the rest of the day, mate. So then Bradley... and then Bradley's like, hey, what's going on, Michaels? Did you see Preston? And there's like a guy named Preston who's like over in the corner. And Michael's like, yeah, he looks hot. I want to bite. I didn't know you brought me cake, though. Vanilla. Hello. Oh, my God. I'm freaking out. There's vanilla cake. Vanilla cake. I said I wasn't going to have vanilla cake today, but now there's vanilla cake. I am shitting myself.
So now everybody starts jumping into the pool wackily. And this guy that he likes jumps in backwards and somehow makes it right through a donut. You know, like a donut blow up thing. So then everyone's like, that guy's amazing. He's almost as amazing as Michael is at managing a restaurant. So then Joe is watching Maddie talk to TJ. So Maddie's over there. She's like, you know, there was that weird time when I was like friends with you first and then you and Joe got really close. Do you remember? Because like, you know, you guys should get close again. And Joe Bradley's like, I don't like the smell of this. I don't like the look of this. Maddie, get in the pool. Let's make a chant. Everybody say, Maddie, get in the pool. Maddie, get in the pool. Maddie, get in the pool. You can remember it because it rhymes.
Yeah. And the chant does not catch on. And then Bradley and Lake are like talking and being flirty, which is nice. And Bradley starts saying how Lake started working at Republic a few months ago. He's like, and it didn't take me long to notice her. I'm like, what? It took about half a second. I think you have a boner for any lady that walks through that front door.
Yeah. Hey, why aren't we going to get an update on what's her face from last year? She's not here. The mom.
Lucia.
Yeah, where's she at? She's not back?
Probably not. She has a kid.
Love is like, she was so lucky I let her work when she had a child. Yeah, I said it. So Bradley's like, yeah, Lake's new and she's hot, so I'm into her. So then Maddie, meanwhile, is talking to Emmy and she's like, are you getting in the pool? And Emmy's like, do you want some salad first? And she's like, I want octopus first. So then TJ comes over and they're like, TJ, you got to talk to Joe. I feel like you guys owe each other a conversation. He's like, I'm really trying to have respect for myself. Like, do you think you can just shit and I'm not going to retaliate to show everyone who the fuck you really are?
Wait, but you talked shit first, then he talked shit. Because no, babe, I gave him the opportunity to tell the truth when he cheated on Danielle when he fucked Luann. That's what I fucking did. So that's another thing. Okay, I feel like I need you to. I feel like I need to tell you that. Like, once a cheater, always a cheater. He cheated on Danielle. He cheated on fucking Natalie. He cheated on all his past relationships. And I wouldn't be a friend if I didn't tell you. I don't know how Joe's relationship characteristics are different from Trevor's.
Okay, but you're also kind of being a little naggy tattletale right now, and that's not cool. You betrayed your friend for Danielle, of all people. Who like even knows about Danielle or cares about Danielle? You can't betray your best friend of like years for Danielle. That makes no sense. So your fault.
You started this.
Yeah, you started it. So Maddie's like, well, you're wrong though, because I know who Joe is. You know, I've been friends with him for years, and like, sure. I like she tells us, she goes, yeah, it's like not news to me. Joe's a cheater, duh. But he's not going to cheat on me. I already know his red flags. So it's like, again, TJ's not necessarily wrong on this one, but.
Yeah, TJ's wrong about his role in the feud. He's not wrong about Joe cheating on you.
Yeah.
So Joe's like, I don't trust TJ. And I just know that he's in her ear whispering negative shit. Like, Joe's over there. I can read it all over his mouth. I just know he's going to get between our relationship once again.
So then Joe Bradley comes over and he's like, TJ, we got to talk. We're going to have this conversation like adults. So just say yes. You're going to have a conversation with your ex-best friend. And they're like, gentle, Joe, gentle. And he's like, oh, wow, he's not even willing to look me in the eyes right now. Look me in my eye right now. Look me in my tongue.
I mean, I don't know if you deserve that. You disgraced Danielle Oliver from Summer House.
So then everyone's kind of watching them now. And Joe Bradley's like, oh, so you're not going to talk with me? And he's like, you didn't take accountability for what you did. Dude, there's something I want to talk to you about. What? What are you saying? It's one-on-one, TJ. Stop pretending like you don't understand Bradley speak. I mean, Joe speak. Joe Bradley speak.
So confusing here. Oh, my God. Hey, Michaels, can you help us decipher?
No, sorry,
So
busy mentally wiping the shit off of my mental shit.
So Joe is like, why do you think I sent you those messages, TJ? And then we see the texts that say like the same thing about like you're dead to me and stuff. And Bradley is like, what did he do to TJ? Joe needed to apologize. What he did to TJ, those text messages, Joe needed to apologize months ago. And Lake says, some people just don't take accountability for their actions. It's like, exactly.
Yeah, well, you're standing with the guy who won't admit to the blowjob by the dumpster either. So,
yeah.
So then we go back to Joe and TJ, and Joe's like, we got to talk right now. And he's like, I'm just not ready.
I'm not ready to have hard truths about Luann de Lesseps. Like, well, I'm done. That's it. So Joe, he storms off and he's like, he wouldn't even look at me.
Done.
Will this friendship ever be repaired?
Guys, how can we ever be the same again?
I'm not sure, but I loved this episode. Thank you. Thank you, Southern Hospitality, for just continuing to be the workhorse that you are. You're doing great, great work down there.
It was pretty fun times, I have to say.
Hilarious.
Everybody, we love you. We will talk to you next time. Grab this video over on Patreon. We'll be here every Monday with this show. Go get tickets for the Golden Crappies, which are February 1st in New York City, as well as San Francisco, San Diego, Salt Lake City, and Denver, which are coming up in like 2 weeks. You got to go. You got to come. Please, please. We'll see everybody there. Love you guys. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Our way is the Amber way.
It's always automatic with Ashley Auto.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Put your hands together for Carly Clapp.
Catherine DiBernardo has our hardo.
Get on the right foot with Chrissy Offutt. Dana C. Dana Do. She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Etchels.
Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas. Jamie, she has no last namey. You'll never hide from Heidi Eleanor Jones.
I go, you go, we all go for Hugo.
Hava Nagila Weber. Know Your Worth with Jason Kurth.
We could all learn from Jennifer Kearns.
She's our kind of mess. It's Jennifer Messer. Sip some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
Knock, knock, knocking on Katie Mannock's door.
She's our favorite streamer, Caroline Peacock.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Get a bee in your bonnet with Lacey B.
Bringing the funk, it's Leslie Plunkett.
She gets an A from us. It's Lindsay D. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. Fresh as a daisy, it's Maisie McHenry. We love her on the rocks. It's Melissa Cox. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
This is Living with Michelle Vivian.
I love ya, Olivia Williamson. Tastier than Flanderson, it's Rachel Manderson.
Have a heck of a time with Rebecca.
She sure is swell. It's Raquel.
Yes, we canna, it's Savannah.
Cast a spell with Shannon Spellman. The Bay Area Betches. Betches.
And our super premium sponsors. She's VVIP, it's Amanda V.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
She's got a leg up. It's Beth Ani.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva. Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender.
We're ride or die for Lisa Ryder Barron.
She's a whiz, it's Liz Sarthy.
Always killing it, it's Lola Alkalani.
The incredible edible Matthews sisters. She eases ease our woes, it's Melissa St. Rose.
Give him hell, Miss Noel.
Put on a kettle for Rebecca Weddle.
She's the queen bee. It's Sarah Lemke.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony. Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.